welcome back to K-Pop Cosmos. I am your host, Freyja, and joining me once again is my co-host, Mark. Hey, Mark, how's it going?
It is going good, Freya. It's going pretty good. We live in a post K-pop Demon Hunters world. So now when you say the phrase K-pop, it's not completely lost on people. Like a lot of people understand it now.
Yeah, and speaking of K-Pop Demon Hunters, did you see that they beat the Destiny's Child record that's been upheld forever?
No, I did not see that. That's awesome.
I think it's the longest time on, Billboard Hot 100 with just one song as number one.
Wow.
And it's been held by Destiny's Child for decades. But I think it was the song Golden that beat it. So, yeah. Crazy times, man. Crazy times.
Exactly.
And so speaking of K-pop, once again, we're going to be talking about someone who you may or may not be familiar with, guys. And that is Jo Kwon. Kwani! I love Kwani. So I'm going to call him Kwani the whole time, guys. I'm sorry. So Jo Kwon was born in Suwon, South Korea in 1989. So he's older than me. Woo! But he is the same height as me. So Jo Kwon, let's see, he went to Kyunghee University, and he was in the performing arts department. His nicknames are Sacre Bleu, Kwani, which is what I call him, Kap Kwon, Balangi J Kwon. He debuted with 2 a.m. on July 11th, 2008. So he's a second Jenner. And then on November 3rd, 2017, he left JYP Entertainment and signed with Cube Entertainment. But he was still part of 2 a.m. And I love 2 a.m. Let's see. And then on January 10th, 2018, he released his first digital single under Cube named Lonely. So Kwani, he is the longest serving trainee for JYP Entertainment. He served for 7 years and 12 days. He was chosen along with Wonder Girls' Sunny as the last member of Park Jin-young's or JYP's 99% Challenge project. Mm-hmm. He's a member of the one-time subunit Dramatic Blue with Teen Top's Neil, Beast's Yo Sop, M Black's Go, and Infinite's Wohyun. And so this is, I kind of became a fan of his pretty much like SHINee, right after they debuted, but by within that first year window. Mm-hmm. Because Jo Kwon in 2009 was on the show We Got Married, just like Victoria from FX and a lot of guys actually. And I believe that Nickun from 2PM was also he was partnered with Victoria from FX. And they were in We Got Married International. Kwani was paired up with Brown Eyed Girls Gain on We Got Married. And they were known as the Adam couple. They were absolutely adorable. I love them. So this is, let me just pull this up. So, that's a little too close. So this is 2 a.m. This is his, 2 a.m. was, I'll go back to Gain, but 2 a.m. is the brother group to 2 p.m. They kind of debuted around the same time. Their whole thing was that 2 p.m. was like the party in the evening type of situation, those fun songs. And 2 a.m. as the brother group, they were the ballad group. So it's 2 a.m. You're waking, it's kind of like get up in the morning. You're kind of like, you want something quiet, and just to chill out type of thing. So 2 a.m. was a ballad group. So their main focus was the vocal situation. And this was formed via, I believe I talked about it on the 2 p.m. episode, but it was during the show, I believe, Hot Blood. It was Mnet's Hot Blood. And 2 a.m. and 2 p.m. were all together doing this trainee. It was to show the intense physical training that male idols had to go through. Like, they were running up a mountain while singing, and they have to stay on key.
Oh my
and
god.
there was one episode, and I was like, oh my gosh, Kwani's gonna die. Because they had to rap while they were boxing. And they were not, and this was with like an actual boxer, and they had actual drill sergeants. And so they were doing that whole thing with like, they were doing vocal exercises while doing military training. So they're doing like taking the boat into the water and then bring it, on the beach. And I was like, they're gonna kill Kwani because he was boxing while trying to rap. And I'm like, don't hurt him. I was so scared for it. But that's also where they introduced Jay Park. But oh god, I recommend if you guys can find that on YouTube, watch Hot Blood. It'll make you like really nervous for the guys. But yeah, they put them in groups for that after that show, during that show, I should say. And I remember that Jo Kwon was upset because this dude's a ball of energy. They didn't make him the leader of 2 a.m., but he is a ball of energy.
Yeah.
And so when he was put in the ballad group, he's like, well, everyone was like, are you serious? But like, why'd you put him in the ballad group? So, but he did great. I think he has a very, very strong ballad voice. I think he does a great job with that. But anyway, back to Gain. They met up again recently. This was a couple months ago, I believe. And they became very close during the show. They referred to him as her ex-husband, like their ex. And they were actually very, very popular on the show because they had very good chemistry. And I don't mean romantic chemistry. They had like best friend vibes through the whole thing. It was great. It was a lot of fun. I fell in love with both of them from it. And then actually I got some I was so obsessed. I'm going to show you like their wedding photos. Quote unquote. They're so cute. Like, look at that. They're adorable. And because it was second gen, they got a kiss. Ooh, scandalous. I know. It was great. And then also back in the day, male idols could go around without shirts on while swimming. Yeah. Woo! She's wearing her cover and he's just being a dude. I love that. I love the Adam couple. They're one of my favorites. Actually, I think I mentioned this before with Nikun as well. There was one couple who actually got married after this show. And they were called the Gundam couple. And you could tell that they were going to get married because she showed him her Gundam room, which was like he went, because they go to their apartments, right? When they're like, hey, I'm your new husband, And so he went to her apartment. He goes, hey, what's in that room? And she goes, you want to see? And he's like, okay. And so she opens the door and they make it all dramatic and whatnot. And it's just a room filled with nothing but Gundams, like big Gundams, little Gundams, just Gundams. And like, you could tell right away, the dude's like, I'm going to marry this chick. And then like they cut to Kwani and someone else. And when they cut back, the Gundam couple is wrestling each other. And he's like trying to take her socks off. And I'm like, yeah, they're totally going to date if they're not already. Because they're so physical with each other already. But that show's great. I recommend it. Watch Super Junior's on there, like Girls' Generation's on there. Just go watch it. It's great. But Kwani was on it with Gain. They were adorable. It really made you fall in love with who they are because they try to like keep them as normal as possible and they hide the cameras in their apartments. Their house, their wedding apartments. But it was super cute. And they were in a 15-month marriage. So
yeah,
they did.
That seems like a long time for that show. I don't know if the marriages usually last that long.
No, it really only lasts until they decide not to do it anymore. Mm-hmm. So a lot of them last a long time. There was one that only lasted one episode. They didn't really like each other too much. But yeah, they got along great. So they lasted for 15 months. And then I think they told them, we need someone else. So they kind of did that. But they were really fun to watch. They totally had best friend vibes. And I'm glad that they still meet up and hang out. And he's obviously really close to her. Like, he's giving her back hugs and stuff. So it makes me really happy when they're friends with, the opposite gender and everything. come on, guys, and like friendship. Let them be friends with each other, please. You know, I want these cool. And they did a song together. He actually composed and wrote a song for her during the show. And it is the song, I believe, Confession, I want to say it's called. But he actually wrote that for Gain. Let's see. Yeah, The Day I Confess, that's what it's called. He wrote his very first solo digital single, and it was The Day I Confess, and it's the song he composed during We Got Married broadcast for Gain. And it came in first on World real-time charts the day after its release. It was super popular. And then they did a song, what was it? They did a song together as well, like they would pop up. God, I wish I wrote it down. It was like Falling in Love. It was super popular. It won multiple awards. It was cute. And they would pop up and perform it on each other's stages. Like she went and popped up on a 2 a.m. Performance and did that with him. It was super cute at the time. And and people ate that crap up. Like we loved, and the men and the women did these collabs with each other, and like, Hyuna full on kissed a dude like during Troublemaker. That was great. But yeah, that was with the Gain and that. Let's see. In 2010, Jo Kwon and New Kiss, we talked about them. Soo-hoon were in a huge dating rumor scandal after their private messages leaked.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fun time. Oh god, it was just a scandal. Nothing came of it. He released, let's see, in 2012, he released a solo album, I'm the One, with his music video, I'm the One.
Yep.
And in that music video, his background dancers, like as usual, became very famous idols. Do you know who they were?
No, I did not know that.
So one of them he had a very distinct face. And they're all very, very famous. He had BTS as his backup dancers.
No.
Yeah. V's in there. J-Hope's in there. He's the most prominent one. He's singing along to the song. It's really funny. I think Jimin's in there too. So I think Yoongi's in there. So he had BTS as his backup dancers in that song. But if you watch these old second-gen music videos, you can find a lot of famous people in the background as backup dancers in their trainee days. BTS is in there. He also had a music video with EXO's Suhoon, I want to say it was Suhoon. Let me go back. I think it was Crosswalk. Did you watch that one?
I did watch that one. That video. Maybe I saw a different video. It was more like a drama.
Yeah,
like
it's in black and white. But the guy in it's Suho from EXO.
Oh wow! I did not even catch that at all. He looked familiar, but I did not recognize him.
Yeah, it's EXO, and I was like, yeah, of course, Kwani does. Everyone loves Kwani, and he's friends with everyone. So yeah, I love that. I love how dramatic it is. I love the lighting. I love it being in black and white. The song is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song, and it's visually striking. It's the design of it is just like amazing, and the idea of this guy being at the crosswalk, and whether he's going to continue to leave the relationship, or is he going to turn around and go back and realize the mistake that he made and go back to the woman. It's played out very well with the split screen, and then when he's sitting in the freaking hallway and the floor beneath him, kind of fades into like the crosswalk. I'm like, oh, come on. Whoever directed this video gets a A+. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's very artistic. It's very, very beautiful. It's really well done. I love it. It's like, sorry, did you ever see the movie the one with Jet Li in it?
Jet Li, yeah.
Yeah, like every decision, like major decision in your life breaks off and creates an alternate universe where you made that decision. That's what I thought when I watched this. I'm like, it just like creates like, this is the universe of what happened if he didn't. This is the universe if he did. It's just beautiful, you know, because you always have those thoughts of like, what if I had just done this differently? What would happen, you know?
Yep.
And it's just so beautifully done, and I love it. And like Suho crying, I'm like, the man's still attractive crying. So it's just great, and I loved it. And like I said, Kwani's voice really excels as a ballad singer because I'm the One is great, but I really think you can really, I guess, appreciate his voice as in those ballad songs. I'm not saying the other ones aren't good because they are. I'm just saying like you can hear the richness of his voice, and it's just beautiful. So I don't like JYP for some things, but I think he did make the best decision for Kwan's voice type to put him in ballad. I know Kwani hated that, you know, but at the same time, I'm trying to visualize him in 2 p.m. and I think he would have just been overwhelmed by everyone else, you know, just because of like how Kwani is. He's a goofball, but that doesn't really fit 2 p.m.'s aesthetic either, you know, because they're more of like the playboys, and I just don't see that with him. It's just, I just don't, and I don't know his personal life, and that's whatever. So, you know, but I think he fit very well with the ballad group at 2 a.m. I think that was the best place for him. I don't know why it took 7 years, but you know, because I remember watching him, and he was like, I feels like JYP is just trying to like not debut me, and it was just really, really sad to watch him because he opened up a lot, because I watch a lot of stuff at 2 p.m. and they hung out all the time. 2 a.m., 2 p.m. They're always together, and he was talking. He was close. It looked like he was close with J Park at the time too, but like he would talk about how he felt and everything. Gotta watch those shows, guys. He really opens up about it, and it's just, you can feel it. And then like his like little, when they picked him up as a kid, like his little goofy dance, man, it's just like, yeah, it's, but yeah, that ball of energy, I think that actually helped with 2 a.m. because it's like the split personality situation. Like they're total goofballs and like TV shows, but then they're this beautiful ballad group. But anyway, continuing on with his little info. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. He acted in the K-drama Queen of the Office. I've never watched that. He also is in a lot of musicals. He's acted in the musical On the Starry Night, Jamie. He was also in the Korean version of Jesus Christ Superstar. He was King Herod in that. And then let's see.
He was also in Rent, in a Korea version of Rent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, I wonder which character he would play.
Who? Oh, was he Angel?
Yes, he was Angel.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He could not have
Angel.
casted anyone more perfect.
I freaking love that play. I love that musical. I used to have, like, my brother had the CDs for it, and I stole the CDs of the original Broadway cast, and I burned a copy of them. You know, pirating days at a young age. But like, and I would listen to that on repeat. Like, I have the songs memorized, man. I love it. And yeah, it's such a great musical. I could totally see him as Angel. That's great. I need to find that now. Freaking A. I love it. Oh, geez, I definitely need to find that. His hobbies are movies, music, singing, and the internet. He plays the piano, which we saw. He speaks Korean, Japanese, and Chinese. His favorite color is green. His favorite food are sweet and sour pork, soy sauce, pickled crabs, marinated pickled crabs. Likes pickled crabs. He's close friends with 2PM's Woo Young. I can't really say that. Okay, so before we go into it, I probably should have said this beforehand. I don't know where people got this. There's a claim that he's gay, but he never actually officially said that. So I'm gonna. That's just hearsay. There was a article that was written saying that he was gender fluid, but the people who wrote the article are well known for not exactly being accurate. And then the original, so they wrote an article about this interview he did. And in the interview, and this is me looking this up, guys, okay? So this is from my research, all right? So don't come at me for this. So he was talking about his stage persona. They were asking about his stage persona. And he said that he was androgynous. And when he said he was androgynous, he was specifically talking about his stage persona. Kind of like how Taemin, when he was younger, they made him very androgynous and whatnot. And it's the same thing with Kwani. He said that his stage persona, like he wears heels, he can dance in heels. And he said that his persona is very gender fluid, essentially, but he was not talking about himself as a person. He was talking about how he is on stage, you know. And so this one website ran with that and said that he was gender fluid, but he never actually said that. So going on that, and because he never said he wanted to go by they them. He never said that. So we're going off of what he says and not what, reading between the lines on like text on Twitter posts or anything. No, if he didn't say it out loud, we're going with it's not true. Okay. So his pronouns are still he, him, because he hasn't said otherwise. The gay rumors, he never verified or said anything like that. So we're just going to not even go into that. Okay, guys? Okay. So, because I don't go by rumors, right? Like, even with like court cases and stuff, I won't bring it up when we're talking about K-pop idols, because if they're not found guilty, it's not worth talking about, because it's just hearsay at this point. So, you know, unless it's something like the Burning Sun scandal, and that's a huge thing that you kind of have to mention, okay? So we're just going to call Kwani he, him, and everything like that, okay? We're just going with what he has stated, all right? So that's just the little thing right now, so don't come at us, all right?
Well,
that's just what it is. Mm-hmm.
Can I just say that I've known of him for a while because I'm a big Wonder Girls fan, and I knew that he was friends with Sunny of Wonder Girls. But when I, originally saw him, years ago, I'm like, oh, well, clearly this guy's gay. Like, clear at some point he's gonna have to make the announcement, or there's going to be some announcement at some point to verify that.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm doing a research, for this episode, I'm going through all of his stuff. It dawned on me that he doesn't have to verify anything to anyone. He is who he is, and as long as he's allowed to express himself, and he's given a stage and a platform, and he's able to be with a label and put out albums or videos, perform on stage, as long as he's able to express himself and do it however he wants to do it, it doesn't matter what his preference is at all. I mean, whether he's gay or straight. And that's one of those things, like, for over a decade, I'm like, at some point that needle's going to drop where there's going to be the headline where he's gay. And now I'm like, it doesn't even freaking matter. Just let him do him. And the fact that I can probably count on one hand the amount of pictures I've seen of him without high heels. He says he's comfortable who he is, and as long as he has his platform to do it, I say we celebrate it.
Yeah, and you should go on his Instagram, man. Like he's I don't know where he is, but he's having fun in the sun in the desert, and he's doing his thing. And but yeah, that's his personal life. Realistically, is none of our business, honestly. But I was mostly just saying that so that because pronouns, and he hasn't said he doesn't go by anything other than he, him. So that's what we're gonna do. And also we have to remember that he lives in South Korea. He's part of he's in the South Korean entertainment industry. And it's not the US. Their morals and whatnot in that society are different. And we have to just accept that it's their society, not ours. And if we don't agree with it, that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's theirs. And he has to work within that society. And I have, because I've been into K-pop for a very long time, I know what would most likely happen if he did come out, if he was. And if he's lucky, it won't destroy his career. If he's unlucky, it would completely destroy everything. So his private life is his life. And yeah, and I agree with you. When I first saw him, I'm like, he's totally, he's got to be. But it is his personal life, and he is in South Korea. So it's just a lot of different layers that you have to understand. Like I said, you don't have to agree with it, but that's just how it is. And yeah, so he's just either playing it smart and keeping it to himself, or he's not. And either way, end of the day, I'm just glad to see him doing his thing. I'm just happy he's able to have this opportunity to be him. And we've seen a lot of K-pop idols when they break out of their major label, kind of do that. like Jackson had that one song with everyone, and then I believe that girl group had that. Definitely they had the cross dressers and the trans people in their music video, and so yeah, it's just expression. But usually when they're with a big label, they can't even really do that. So anyway, so let's see. Kwani parted ways with Cube Entertainment on June 17th after his contract expired, but he's still technically active. He says his ideal type is someone who's cute, can cook, and is understanding of his job and has a good sense of humor. Yeah, with entertainment jobs, you have to understand the situation. It's like they're going to be gone all the time. They're going to have to do things with other people. You're not going to be you're going to be like number 5 on the list of things that are important at that time. So Kwani is very, very popular when it comes to variety shows.
Yes.
Because of his ball of energy that he is. He's been on a ton of different things. He was on, like I said, We Got Married, Family Outing 2. He was on, what was it, King, Star King, I believe, that was on back in the day. He was on Find It, Green Gold was Super Junior, Shindong, which crazy dude. He was on Wild Bunny. And he also, with 2 p.m. and 2 a.m., did a parody of Brown Eyed Girls Abracadabra. Did you watch that? And it's called Dirty Eyed Girls.
Yeah, you know what? I saw that a long time ago. I didn't rewatch it for this one, but I had seen it before. Yeah.
It's great. I recommend everyone go watch it. There's a potato version, like there's one that's really, really old and the version's really bad, but there's also an updated version where you can actually see everything. And it's just, it's absolutely hilarious. And you can hear the guys laughing through the video. Because they did the whole music video and they're just laughing and giggling. It's just, they had a great time. And then of course, Brown Eyed Girls showed up because they did that around the time that Jo Kwon was doing We Got Married with Gain. So that's why they just showed up. I highly recommend watching We Got Married. It's great. Let's see. With his songs, I love watching him dance in heels. So I'm just kind of like, I would bust my ankle. No, I do not. I have hard enough time just walking normally. So with his songs, I don't know. I really like all of them. The one with Sunny is fantastic, though. Did you listen to that one?
I did listen to it. Yeah, I actually did enjoy that one.
Mm-hmm.
There was a performance, and I didn't write it down. They performed together a different song. They were on Immortal Voice. Oh, not
Mm-hmm.
Immortal Voice. Yeah, Immortal Voice. And they did a song together, like I think about 4 years ago or so. And it was a ballad song.
Mm-hmm.
And
Was it Greetings?
uh, it might have been.
Okay, I think I know
It
which
might
one
have
you're
been.
talking about.
So they were performing together, and because I love Wonder Girl so much, it's
Mm-hmm.
so nice to see her, because she left the group, she left K-pop in general, to be a wife and a mother and all of that stuff. So now that she's kind of back in the musical theater realm, but seeing her sing now, like she's mature. She's always been mature, but now she's a mature woman and her voice sounds amazing. So her singing a ballad along with him, and you just have, at least I have these visions of them when they were like these little kids at JYP, and now they're adults singing maturely. It just like blew me away. And I was listening to it. I was watching it and listening to it on my headphones, because my girlfriend was sitting next to me watching something else. And she looked at me and she's like, "Are you crying?" I'm like, no, I'm not. And I was a tiny bit.
Just
And then I had
Missy.
to, yeah, exactly. Like, it's my allergies. And I had to explain to her, this is Sunye from Wonder Girls and Jo Kwon. And I went through the whole thing with her. So yes, I say all that to say, I love any interaction of them together. And he is, I think JYP was right by putting him in the ballad group. His
Mm-hmm.
voice is amazing for ballads. I 100% love his ballads more than I do like his danceable stuff on his solo album.
Yeah. Yeah. I like I said, yeah, I agree completely. He just, whether you like JYP or not, he knows what he's doing when it comes to music. And it's his songs with Sunny are great. I love all of his ballad songs. One song that I really, really like, even though it's just like, I don't know, it's just crazy, is the song Animal. Did you listen to that?
I did watch that. I watched the video. I watched the stage performances. It was very cool to see J-Hope in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did watch those.
It's wild, man. I was like, I really like this. It's so corny, and but it's fantastic, and it's just, and those heels, man. I was watching the Music Core one, and he's all spiky, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. And he's just so him. But, and then you go to his ballads and you're like, who is this person? It's like he let himself loose and with these dancing songs and completely crazy with the outfits. And then he goes to his ballads and he's just wearing nice cashmere sweaters and he looks all comfy. And I'm like, what is this? And I love it. Did you watch the music video Born to Be Wild?
No, I think I missed that one. Oh,
so
crap.
You may not have known it was a Kwani song because it's a subunit. Well, it's a unit, and it's from SM.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's Born to Be Wild. Well, he did a couple songs. It's Station. It has JYP, Hyoyeon, Min, and Kwani.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's so funny because JYP's at the very beginning and he still does his JYP. And I'm like, this is an SM song, sir. We're in the wrong place. I'm like, it's so weird.
JYP has got to be JYP, no matter where he is. He doesn't care.
He don't care. It's an SM song, JYP. Like, I don't know what's going on. And then like Kwani's there. I'm like, are you the only, besides JYP, the only JYP person? I'm like, this is weird. Second gen had the craziest things going on. Yep. But I actually really like that song. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's just nostalgia or what, but I really like that song. And the music video is quite simple. It's so of the time. And freaking Kwani's running around with like out a shirt on, and he's just wearing like a puffy, it looks like a hoodie actually. It's just like, and they have the weird like grungy filters on everything. Yeah. It's so of the time, but it's so fun. And it's just, I don't know what exactly is going on, but like it's so great. And you can see some of his tattoos. I think he has like Bart Simpson.
Oh my goodness. When I first saw those tattoos, I'm like, oh, clearly this is a gag, right? Because this is for the music video. Like, these are not real tattoos. And then I saw like another picture of him with the same tattoos, and I'm like, oh, those are real.
Yeah, he has real tattoos. He actually has a tattoo on his he has a couple tattoos actually. They're kind of all over his arms and his chest. Yep. But he has a high heel tattooed on his arm. It's like, yeah, that's so you. You're so you. But it was so weird because I didn't with this music video. I didn't know it was like, I knew it was Kwani because he has a very distinct voice. I always recognize it immediately. I'm like, oh, that's Kwani's voice. But like, I didn't really recognize him. Like, I heard his voice. I'm like, where is he? Like, that can't be Kwani. And I just kept watching, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it is Kwani. Because he's wearing pink, but he's like not wearing a shirt, and he has the tattoos, and he has like the jewelry on, and I'm like, this is so different for him. Wearing sneakers.
That's the beauty of doing these type of off-brand music videos. You know, you get a chance to express a different version of yourself.
Yeah.
And do these kind of team ups that wouldn't normally happen under any other circumstances. So yeah, it totally makes sense that he would probably want to, you know, what else can I do now that I'm here? So yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And like I just miss second gen so much when I do these episodes. I'm like, oh, I remember that. I remember back. Yeah, I remember this. You know, I remember. It's just. Oh, and did you watch? Okay, so this is actually a 2 a.m. video, so you probably didn't watch it. It was their song "Never Let You Go," right?
Nope, I don't think I saw that one.
Okay, it is a 2 a.m. video, so we could talk about it like when we do 2 a.m. But so that music video goes back to "We Got Married with Gain." So they were recording that music video, and they're like, "Hey, call your wife." And he's like, "What?" And they're like, "Get your wife over here. We want to meet her," or something like that. And he's like, "You want her at the music video shoot?" And they're like, "Yeah, bring her over." That's even the stuff like, yeah, bring her over. So they call her up and they bring her over. She's like, "Oh, okay." And, you know, so they bring her to the music video shoot and they create this scene that's not even in the music video.
Wow.
And they're like, "You're going to do this scene with her. And we're going to tell her that you're going to do this scene with her, okay?" And he's like, "Okay, you know the when you watch dramas when the guy just like grabs a girl and he like pulls her towards him and then like puts his hands against the wall and like blocks her in?"
Yes.
They made him do that to her. And he was so and they're like, "Okay, get in like you're going to kiss her. Get in and kiss her. Get in and kiss her." I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
That sounds awesome. I 100% would be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, so they're like, do it. It was so funny. And then it's not even in the music video. They were just teasing. It was like, oh my gosh. It was so fun. But yeah, I saw the "Never Let You Go." I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember this with "We Got Married." It was so cute. And that's why I love the show, because they're doing weird things on their like in their concerts and in their music videos and stuff. And unless you're watching the show, you're like, what are they doing? Like, some of them are wearing their wedding rings while they're doing performances. And people are like, what are they? You know, and if people don't know about the show, they're like, he's dating someone. Who's he dating? What's going on? He's wearing a wedding ring. And they're like, it's for the show. They have fake wedding. They go and they get fake wedding rings for each other, like they're married, and they wear them even when they're not recording. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, it's just second gen had all the fun.
Yep, exactly.
They really did, and Kwani was so much fun, and they were so cute as a couple. He's so likable. I was like, no wonder everyone likes him. He's so likable, and his music's great. He has one of my favorite voices in K-pop. He's mostly doing musical theater, it seems like now. And actually, one of his, where is it? They did a song. So in when he was in the military, he released a special single, which was the new theme song for the ROK Army.
I did read that, yeah.
Yeah, and it was a collaboration with Shiny's Onu and Key, EXO's Xiumin, Infinite's Kim Seong-kyu, BTOB's Lee Chung-sub, 2AM's Jin Woon, Yoo Ji-sung, and actor Kim Min-suk.
Mm-hmm.
And Lee Jae-kun. And I was like, you wrote a new song for your army? Who does that? That's so crazy. And then he also did a song. Oh, God, where is it? I wrote things down, and then there's too much. Oh, God. One of his songs he released, and all of the proceeds went to Haiti because it was in 2010, I believe, during that big old earthquake that just like completely decimated Haiti. And they said that like 100% of the proceeds from the release of this song went to Haiti, which is actually kind of amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's, God, I wish I could find it. It's just lost in my notes. I need to take better notes. But let's see.
I will say that there was two. When we were talking about his performances on variety shows. There's one performance that I just can never unsee as long as I live, and it's him doing "Crazy in Love" by Beyonce.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
and he crushed it, absolutely crushed it. And you could tell he was having such a good time. That one, and he did a Lady Gaga one too, but I thought that was okay. I know that's the one that like went viral. I think his Beyonce one was way better.
yeah. Yeah, actually, I agree. I think so too. But it's Beyonce, so
Yeah.
anything with her attack, like it covers anything. It's just the best. Oh, some other info. Kwani is the president of the cereal cafe franchise Midnight in Seoul, which was founded and owned by actor Yoo Kye-sung and 3 friends. It's a cereal bar.
That's awesome.
And it's popular amongst K-pop idols because everyone loves Kwani. And in 2017, they announced that it would become a franchise. And he's
nice.
the president of it. So he owns a franchise of cereal bars. Cafe cereal bars. I would go just eat a bowl of cereal. That sounds delicious.
Seriously.
Also, was one thing. This is a rumor I'm just going to talk about because it's just kind of amusing. In 2013, when he was attending Kyunghee University, he actually got in without taking the entrance exam. So, because you have to take entrance exams to get into all these schools, people were screaming favoritism because he was an entertainer. But he came out as top of his class. And so everyone shut up. And then he went to the graduate program. Yeah, so he had this, people got angry because quote unquote favoritism, which wasn't true because he just was that good. Which happens from time to time. I had a friend who, I'm sorry, I'm going off of a tangent, but I had a friend, she liked to do cosplay, right? And so she would go to cosplay contests. And then some of the cosplay contests, you can do like a little skit or something if you want to. So my friend is a classically trained singer. So she does opera, and the character she was playing as was an opera singer. So she actually contacted the producer music person for the anime to get the lyrics for the song. And he said, well, there's not really any lyrics. So she kind of had to make something up. She's like, okay, thanks. But he like sent her the sheet music and everything. So she performed during a cosplay contest, and she didn't win like first prize, but she got one of the prizes. And then she was coming down to me in the crowd, and one of the judges gets up and goes, so I run a cabaret crew. We do it, and do you want a job?
Nice.
And she's like, oh, and she's like, but I'm a what are they called? She does people's money, taxes, whatever. She's an accountant. She's like, I'm an accountant. And she's like, it's fine. It's only on weekends. You want to be a cabaret singer on weekends and blah, blah. And she's like, oh, okay, sure. And like, and my friend's like, do I need to do an interview? She's like, nah, that was your interview. You have a job.
There you go.
So it's pretty much probably the same thing. Like someone saw him, they saw his performance, and like, you don't have to take the examination. You're good enough. Come on in. So that's probably exactly what happened, because weird things like that happen. And it's not necessarily favoritism. It's just, there's no point in taking the exam if you've already like passed the exam in front, quote unquote, in front of this person. Right. So he was just that good. He was just that good. So I just wanted to bring that up because it was just kind of funny, and just like Kwani is that good, even though he's just doesn't have a lot of like in a discography. Yep. As a soloist, but he is amazing. And I don't want to say he's overlooked, but he kind of really is. Mostly for the younger K-pop fans, like they don't know who he is because he's mostly doing like musical stuff at this point, and he was in the military during the COVID situation. So like, I don't really want him to like fade into obscurity, I love Kwani.
I will say that even though I haven't seen any of his on-stage performances, now that he's doing musicals, but he seems like that seems like his jam. You know what I mean? Like he's able to really use that voice of his. He's able to really dance and put on a performance for a large audience. Like doing musical theater, I think is like he probably enjoys that more than he enjoys doing doing just the regular K-pop factory stuff. Yeah. And I honestly think that he's in like his right place right now. He's in a really good place right now.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes. What's that saying? When one door closes, another door opens, or you find your people, I guess. You find your niche where you fit. And he definitely was someone who was born to be an entertainer.
Yep.
Whether that was being a K-pop idol or like a Broadway type singer, like honestly, Broadway singers I believe are some of the best vocalists, just all like these play singers, because they're the best vocalists, because you cannot hide behind a studio.
Right.
You have to nail this every time. There is no second chances. And he is definitely one that you need to watch his live performances, because he's just phenomenal. And his live performances, he nails it all the time, whether that's from the 7 years of training under JYP, who knows? But he is definitely someone, like if he was touring around, I would drop everything and try to go to his performances, because I know he will nail it. Yep. And like I can like artists and not want to see them live. I've done that since high school. I would always look up their live performances on YouTube, because I am not wealthy. I have very limited funds. And I am not going to be dropping close to $1,000 to go to a performance if you're gonna suck live. You know, I will just continue to like buy CDs and stuff, but Kwani is definitely one of those people that I would just go to see because I know that he is just phenomenal live. He's fantastic, and it'll be fun because it's a K-pop concert. You know, they're always fun. But yeah, he's just amazing. And I have his ballads on my playlist. I have 2 a.m. honestly. 2 a.m. When I was in high school was my calm down playlist. Like they were definitely like, I can't fall asleep. I need something to help me chill. And I would just throw their music on. I'm like, all right, here we go. You know? So I definitely love him. And like I said, Kwani has a very distinct voice. You probably noticed he kind of has, I want to say, a lisp a little bit. Did you pick that up?
No, I didn't catch that at all.
Yeah. So he kind of, I don't know if it's really a lisp, but it kind of sounds like it. But he kind of has a very distinct way of how he makes certain sounds.
Okay.
If you listen to it after I tell you, probably you'll pick up on it because it kind of sounds like a lisp a little bit. It's kind of usually when it's a high pitched enunciation that he's doing, or high pitched tone. It kind of sounds like it's a slight lisp. But then again, I was watching We Got Married, and I was just them for hours. And so he just very has a distinct way of talking and singing. So for his songs, like you said, and I agree with you 100%, ballads are my absolute favorite. You can't go wrong with his ballads. But his dancey songs are good too. They're very fun. Animal's a lot of fun. Born to Be Wild, even though it's not technically like his song, it's just a collab song. That one's fun. I can't really think of any songs I dislike. If I had to choose like my least favorite, but I still liked it, I would go with I'm the One. Just because I'm like, I don't know what it is. Is it like this? Maybe it's like the music video itself. Like, it's just, it just kind of switched tones. Like,
yep.
He's the king, and then he gets overthrown, and it kind of gets melancholy. I'm like, what is going on? And then he goes up. I'm like, I don't know if he dies or if he like transcends or something, because everything's white all of a sudden. I'm like, and he's going back to like, I'm the king and I'm happy. I'm like, I don't get it. What happened? And I just kind of didn't. It's not a bad song, but it was just like my least favorite out of all of them. But like, it was his first solo song, so I'll give him a break on that one. But it just, yeah. But like I said, it's not a bad song. It's just like, compared to all the others, though, yeah, you know. But yeah, I just love his voice. I need to find him in Rent, though. I need to watch that. I really do. I love that. So, but my final thoughts, totally check him out. I've been following him since like a couple months after his debut. I always catch them like not at debut, but like after slightly. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's totally one that I would recommend. I do have to be like, gotta caution you though, this dude does a whole 180 with his songs sometimes. Like, you don't expect him to be cute, fluffy ballad guy all the time, and then show them Animal, and he's in like that. But yeah, I totally recommend him. He's great. And I watch his shows. He's a character. I love him. Any final thoughts? Songs that you like? Song you didn't like?
Yeah, I will say I will agree with you with the I'm the One video. It's a very odd video, and I'm not really sure what's going on, but it's so goofy that I just leaned into it. But as weird as the video is, his vocal performance in the song is amazing.
Yeah.
We has to sing the chorus part. I'm like, oh, you have an awesome voice. I was so glad to see that he's able to get to express that, because again, I only knew him as singing wise. I only knew him as the balladeer. from 2 a.m. But his album is a very like stadium pumping, like
Yeah.
electro pop music, and I'm like, oh, okay, he really is trying to express a different side of himself. But yeah, I think Crosswalk is just an amazing song and an amazing video, even though he's not in it. The video visually is amazing, and his voice is fantastic as that in that. And I also really like Animal because he's wearing the most insane looking high heels I've ever seen that are not really heeled. They're high heels with no heel.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's amazing, and he's he's rocking it, and doing his thing, and it's cool to see young little J Hope also in there too. But yeah, he's great. I think he's awesome. Anytime that I can see him and Son from Wonder Girls sing is awesome. Definitely love his. They did a video for "Be My Baby," and there's a great blooper of them, performing, making a music video, and then as the playback starts, Jo Kwon comes out from behind the stage and just kind of does his thing in the middle of the stage, and they all lose it. Because he's like, he does the dance moves, but he does it at a 10, at like a 12, and it's hilarious. So yeah, he's a ball of energy. I think the fact that and as we mentioned before, not to bring up a sore subject or a tire subject, but South Korea is very conservative.
Yes.
And the fact that he's able to be himself in high heels and makeup and still be in like mainstream South Korea media, there is there's a little bit of a light that if you are a kid in South Korea and you are part of the LGBTQ plus community, that you can look and see someone in the mainstream that is super flamboyant, but also living his true self and showing off his talents and being allowed to do that. And let you know that, even though it's conservative, there's a place for you, or there could be a place for you. And he's an example of that.
Exactly. Yeah. And once again, everyone loves Kwani. I don't know what it is about him, but like everyone loves him,
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely. It's a whole other game over there. And so I'm just always so happy to see him. I follow him on Twitter, and I've been following him on Twitter for a long time. And Instagram and everything. It's just, I always smile when I see him. He's just one of those idols, celebrities that I love seeing. And I always just wait for new music for him, and I've been waiting for years. And yeah, I really hope that he continues to do his thing. And I always wish the best for these people. I really want them to be happy and succeed. Because I'm just that type of person. I like people being happy. And I want more idol babies. I want marriages and I want babies because they're cute. And they're like, I want the celebrity babies are adorable. But and it just makes me happy when, my idol from K-pop is happily married. Like Sunny's married, and it just makes me happy. Okay. I don't view these people as like, if you're starting to view them as like they can't date because they're yours, you need to step away. Okay. Because you don't actually know them. They're idols, and you need to take a breather. Okay. You can. So yes. And if you truly care about someone, you want them to be happy. Okay.
Right.
Otherwise it's an obsession. It's different. So anyway, Kwani, love him. So happy to do this episode on him. And I need to find and watch him in Rent. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it about Kwani. But if you want to watch more of us, you can find me on YouTube at Freyja VT. Once again, that is Freyja VT, or V as in VTuber, and I play video games. Currently, I am playing Amnesia, which is the first, if I can remember, the very first otome game from Japan that was localized into English and brought over and put onto Steam. So it is a very historically prominent or important game in the otome scene. And we're playing the yandere route, so yay, crazy obsession. Speaking of obsession, I am also doing Flashback Fridays where I play classic video games, and I am currently playing the 10 out of 10 perfect game, Chrono Trigger. And
Nice.
I freaking love this game. I love Chrono Trigger so much. I'm obsessed with it. And yeah, you can find me once again at Freyja VT on YouTube. So what do you got going on, Mark?
You can catch me every week on Soul Wizard Podcast. We review new movies, TV shows, sometimes more. I'm going to be on hiatus for a few weeks, but we do have episodes on the new Alien TV show, Alien Earth, that dropped this week. And the week before is our review of K-pop Demon Hunters, which, as I mentioned before, the only reason we reviewed that movie, or the only reason that movie was in the queue to review, is because of my obsession with K-pop. And the host thought it would be kind of fun for us to talk about it, because I'm the only person that loves K-pop, and K-pop Demon Hunters sounds ridiculous. You will, if you haven't listened to the show, you may be surprised at their reviews.
Oh.
I was pleasantly surprised. Let's put it that way.
Well.
So yeah, you can definitely catch us. SoulWizardPodcast.com is the website, and we are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Awesome. I will definitely be watching that episode. I love that movie. All right. Well, once again, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.